So spreading the knees wide, bringing the toes together and sinking the hips back to the seat for a nice long child's pose, bringing the forehead onto the earth. And starting to breathe deeply. And maybe your body isn't quite ready for deep breaths, so just breathing into what's available here. Noticing between the thighs where the belly can expand, and where the breath can move into the ribs and the shoulders, maybe moving all the way to the fingers and toes. Letting it be nice and gentle. The theme that I was meditating around for this flow is perseverance. And we'll take a nice few long breaths here in child's pose, because I think the foundation of that is compassion and self-compassion. So just have a little compassion for yourself this morning, today, and also send some gratitude your way for showing up. You've already made it this far. And even if you were to stop right now, this would be enough yoga. So if you're ever feeling overwhelmed and feel like you can't get a full class in, or you don't even know where to start, child's pose is a really beautiful just reconnection point. Stay for 5 or 10 breaths. Just feel that in this moment you are doing enough. As those exhales get a little fuller, deeper. Take 2 or 3 more, just like that. And see in these last few breaths if there's any particular intention that's coming up for you. Something that you'd like to embody or bring more of into your life. Maybe get a little bit longer in the spine, reach the fingers a little more forward on this last inhale. As you exhale, let everything out. And start to walk the fingertips over to the left. And the head can lift up off the ground and follow. Bring the fingertips as far left as they'll go. Feeling a nice stretch on the right side body. If this is at all uncomfortable for your left shoulder, you can bring the left arm behind you, placing the palm facing up. Let your right cheek rest on the earth. Taking a couple deep breaths, feeling that right sit bone sinking back towards the heels. The right fingertips reaching up and away. Taking a last breath here. Letting the exhale let go of everything. Walking the fingers back to center on your inhale and over to the right. Feeling the side. Your choice with your right arm, if you'd like it to rest alongside the body, palm facing up. Letting the left cheek rest on the earth. Breathing deeply. Feel that left sit bone reaching away from the fingertips and vice versa for this last big breath out. And on your inhale, you can reach the right fingertips back up if they're down and walk the fingers back to center. One last moment in this nice child's pose. Reconnecting with intention, with breath, with self-gratitude, self-compassion. And slowly kind of moving shoulders and hips gradually, like you're a lion moving through the forest. Work your way up to tabletop pose. See how slowly and gently you can get there. Just going to start for a couple of breaths, moving the body however you want to. So if that's traditional cat-cow, that's fine. Whatever expression makes sense. And once you've got your hands right under shoulders, knees right under hips, I'm just going to take a look around us in all directions. So look over to the right, gazing over your right hip, all the way behind you, inhaling back to center, and over to the left side, being all behind you, gazing to your left as you come back to center, inhaling to gaze up, gently with the neck, sort of a cat belly, cow belly, one of the two. And as you exhale, rounding, looking down. So we just got that full 360 awareness. Coming back to center and then keeping that cat-cow movement, dropping the belly, gazing up, opening the chest for cow pose, because you're like a cow standing in a field. And exhaling to round the spine, pushing the hands away from the body, imagining the hands sliding away from one another, rounding the spine, tucking the chin, and moving with your breath for about 2 rounds more. Really feeling the shoulder blades move away from each other on the exhales. Feeling the chest widen on the inhale. This last round, see if you can take your breath to the very edges, exhaling all the air out and inhaling to the max capacity. Coming back to center, just tuck your toes under where you are, and we'll just sit back on the heels with the toes tucked for a moment, just to find some wrist circles and to stretch the feet. If this is super intense, you don't need to stay here, but you can also come off it a little bit. It's a really nice stretch for the feet, especially if you are exercising in any other capacity, or scrunch your toes up while you are sitting. Take one more big breath here, with the wrists moving, the fingers. As you exhale, bring the hands back down, tabletop pose, gently tap out the tops of those feet. And just from here, stepping the right foot forward, adjusting so that your heel is right under the knee, and feeling this out. Right away, we'll just stay here and curl and crunch the toes into the mat a couple of times. As you exhale, inhale, relax, and exhale, try that one more time. Just waking up the foot, engaging all the muscles in there. And inhale, relax. Nice. Walk the hands up onto the knee. Starting to raise the body up in this runner's lunge. And then if you're able, the hands can come onto the hips. Just feeling here the stretch in the left hip, the front, the quad, the groin. And again, if you're able, and if you're feeling this left hip moving forward as the right hip is moving back, bring the hands up on an inhale. And keep engaging, keep pushing that left hip forward as the right hip comes back, feeling that stretch and breathing really, really deep. On your next exhale, bring the right fingertips behind you, left fingertips in front of you for a little reverse twist. Staying here for a big breath in, expanding the fingertips away from the body. Sinking a little deeper, exhaling, maybe the nose moves towards the right fingertips. And inhale, a gentle sweep right back up, 10 fingers to the sky. Noticing the hip, noticing that the right knee is staying right over the right ankle. On your next exhale, bring the right fingertips forward, left fingertips back behind you, keeping that right knee over the right ankle. And feeling this little mini warrior two. Taking a big breath in and out. Maybe gazing towards the left fingertips on the exhale. Gentle inhale to come back. Raising 10 fingers to center. Bring your hands back onto your hips. If you're able, we're going to move up into that full sort of flow with our knee off the ground. So if that is super intense, you're welcome to stay here and just do what we did. Otherwise, tuck the back toes under, lift up into this crescent warrior. So keeping your hands on your hip first, making sure that your knee is over the ankle and that your left hip is moving forward as the right hip is moving back. Inhale, reach 10 fingers up. Really lift that back heel up off the ground, straighten that back leg. Sink in, relax the shoulders as the fingers lift up. And on your next exhale, just for a breath, bring the right fingertips behind you, left fingertips in front for this nice little twist. Inhale slow, back to center. And as you exhale, left heel will turn down and will come open into a warrior two. Switch sides so you can see. You just stay right there and make sure that right heel is underneath the right knee, making a really nice 90-degree angle. The back outer edge of the foot is parallel to the mat, and the legs are sort of squeezing together. That really helps protect all the joints. And then relax the shoulders. Let the arms be long, palms facing the earth. Take one last big breath in. On your exhale, reach the right fingertips forward, staying right here, all the way forward as you can get. Flip the palm up and bring it back to reverse warrior. Bring the left hand down the left leg, or you can bring it on the hip or behind the back. And just for a full round of breath, feel this stretch on the right side body. Sink into that right knee. And inhale, come on up. Warrior two. Back to center with that left heel up. And bring the hands down. Bring the knee down and straighten that front right leg. Just catching our breath. You can let the head hang. And feel a stretch in the hamstring. Bend that right knee. Bring the right leg back to meet the left. Bring the knees together and sit back into another child's pose. So we're keeping our knees together because we've done a little bit of back bending, so this stretches out the low back. Let the forehead rest. Reconnect the breath, reconnect to intention, gratitude, self-compassion. And reminding yourself that just this posture, this moment is enough, and if you need more or less, you can follow your body instead of following my voice. Just try. Keep showing up even if that is just breathing. Take one last deep breath. Inhale, float back up to hands and knees. Step the left foot forward this time. Feel out this side. And anchor the toes in. So grab the mat with your toes a couple of times on that exhale, inhaling, release. And one more time, feel the whole foot, all of the muscles in your foot with those toes scrunched and coming right back to center. And as you are, with your ankle right underneath the knee, walk your hands up onto the knee. Start to feel out this side. Bring your hands onto your hips when you're ready, really feeling that right hip driving forward, left hip moving back. ready, inhaling, hands raise. Notice if your shoulders scrunch up. Just relax them down as the arms lift, noticing the torso lift up out of the hips, as the hips have their own lateral interactions. The right hip is scooting forward, left hip scooting back, torso is long. And on your exhale, left fingertips go behind, right fingertips in front of you. Doing that nice reverse twist. Staying with the next exhale, if your neck allows, maybe gazing towards the left fingertips. Inhaling, gentle back to center. And as you exhale, opening to the other side, right fingertips behind you, keeping that left knee over the left ankle. Maybe gazing towards your right fingertips. Inhaling back to center. Maybe take a little back bend here. Spice it up. And when you're ready, bring the hands onto the hips, making your choice, preparing to lift up the knee by tucking the toes under and straightening that back leg, adjusting as you need to make sure that left knee is 90 degrees. Just breathing here to feel settled and strong. Right hip still driving forward, left hip back. Inhaling to reach up. Exhaling, just a breath. Bring left fingertips behind, reverse twist. And inhaling back. Exhaling, warrior two, back heel comes down. Right fingertips behind you. Adjusting here, back. Edge of the foot is parallel to the mat. Left knee over left ankle. Tall spine. Relax the shoulders. Gaze forward. Bottom of your next exhale, reach your left fingertips all the way forward. Flip the palm to face up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Make sure that right hand isn't resting on a knee, but is on your calf or thigh or behind your back. And feel this nice stretch. Exhale all the air out here. Think a little deeper in the front knee. Inhale back to warrior two. And one more inhale to come back to crescent. Coming back up on that heel. And exhaling, bring the hands, bring the knee down, straighten the front leg, and bow the head. If you want to flex the front foot, that's a nice hamstring stretch. If you want to sort of relax and bring the front foot down, get the front of the shins. Just want to hang out with the head down. Take one more breath wherever you are and into a child's pose of your choice. So you can keep the knees wide or keep them together. Just bring the forehead down onto the earth, arms long. Reconnect with intention. And notice where in the body you are receiving awareness. So your legs, hips, arms. Just take that in this last breath. On your inhale, float the hips up. Back to our tabletop pose. Take any last movements here before we go into our downward facing dog. Wiggle out the hips or the neck. When you're ready, step the hands forward just a bit, feeling the hands sort of moving away from each other like in the cat Rounded spine, tuck the toes under and lift the hips up into downward facing dog. Let the head be super relaxed. Keep the knees nice and bent at first. Feel the strength of the shoulders, no tension in the neck, and you can start to walk out the legs, straightening one at a time. Finding some stillness. One last breath here, imagining somebody is reaching and pulling your hips up to the sky. Your inhale, gaze forward and gently, slowly walk both feet up one at a time to a forward fold. You can let your body hang, bend the knees generously, relax the head. Sigh out through the mouth. Inhale to come up, halfway lift. Really feel the spine long, the head long, the neck long. As you exhale, fold back forward, knees nice and bent. Take your time, take a nice full breath or two to roll all the way up to standing, keeping the chin tucked, one vertebra at a time. Letting it take a moment, and inhaling, 10 fingers up when you get there. Reaching, feeling a nice little back bend, bringing the palms through to heart center. And stay here for a moment, closing the eyes. You can keep your palms at heart center or bring them down alongside the body. Just feeling this nice tall spine. And on your inhale, we will bring it right back down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Take a nice little back bend. Fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine, long neck. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, top of a plank pose. You're welcome to take this with your knees on the earth if you'd prefer. Inhale, we'll just shift forward. Exhale, shift back. And once more like that, waking up the ankles or waking up the shoulders if you're on your knees. This last time, inhaling. On your exhale, lower all the way down to the earth. As you inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra or cobra, whatever you prefer. And stay here for a moment if you'd like to look over your left shoulder and right. And come back all the way down to the earth on your next exhale, moving through tabletop and coming right into downward facing dog. Once again, feeling the stability of the shoulders, relaxation of the neck, bend of the knees. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. With your inhale, gaze forward. Step the hands up to a forward fold. On your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, keep those knees bent, fold forward, let the head hang. And then slowly roll on all the way up, keeping that neck protected, chin tucked all the way to the top. 10 fingers raise up. Bring the palms through to heart center. Right, so our last standing pose before we get back down to the earth will be some balancing. You can stay right there. Make sure your feet are about hips distance apart. And from here, we're just going to raise up onto our toes so you can keep the palms together at heart center for this. Inhale, lift the heels. Just stay here for a breath. And on your exhale, lower back down. Shift the weight back into your heels. So from here, just notice the weight moving from the balls of the feet to the heels. Lift the toes up as you do this. And then play around with bringing the weight from left to right. So keeping the sort of center of your gravity, keeping the hips level as you move left to right. So not kicking one hip up or the other, but really staying central, feeling the belly engaged. And as you move over into the left side, feel the right foot completely come up. So your hips are level, and bring your right foot up off the ground, bend the knee, flex the right foot. We'll stay here for a breath, feeling a long spine. The bottom of the exhale, slowly bring the right foot back down to the earth. And with that gentleness, slowly bring that horizontal pressure over to the right foot as the left toes, left foot lifts off the ground, flexing the left foot. We'll stay here for a breath. It helps to find a spot to gaze at if you're struggling and really engage the straight leg. The bottom of that exhale, bring the left foot back down, real gentle. Bring that horizontal pressure back to center. And on your inhale, lift back up onto the toes. You can come lower back down. And right from here, sink the hips back into a chair pose. I'll use that just to lower all the way down. So take 3 deep breaths. As you exhale, sink a little lower. And then the exhale to sink all the way down to the earth. Bringing the feet up, hugging behind the thighs for a really, really gentle boat pose. Taking a deep breath. And from here, you can take as many breaths as you'd like to get all the way down onto the earth. You can take 1, you could take 3 to lower yourself all the way down to the ground. Bending the knees, bringing the feet a little wider than hips distance, and just letting the knees fall over to the left and the right. You can bring your arms out to a T. You can let your nose fall in the opposite direction. So you take these windshield wiper legs. And notice where in your body and how extreme you're feeling like this twist works for you. So letting your knees fall over to the right. And if this is a beautiful, good stretch for you, you can stay right here. If you want a little more, you can hook the left ankle around the right knee and let the knees fall over to the right. And you're always welcome to bring a pillow between the knees or underneath the thighs if this is a little intense. Finding your expression of this twist with the knees to the right. Maybe sighing out through the mouth. Feeling the spine twisting, detoxing. Feeling your body and heart slowing down. Nice breath. Gently inhale, nose back to center, knees back to center. You can readjust with the windshield wipers or just let your knees fall over to the left in whatever capacity they are looking for. Take a moment to adjust. This is the new side. Letting your nose fall over to the other side when you're ready. Feeling the twist on this side. The last breath or two, feeling the breath move from the bottom of the spine, the tailbone, all the way through the whole back body into the neck. Releasing any last tension, any last lingering thoughts, just letting them go with this next exhale, sighing out through the mouth. back to center, nose, knees. Tuck the knees into the chest, rocking side to side, just massaging out the low back. Bring the forehead up to the knees. Give yourself a nice big hug, sealing the practice. Giving gratitude to your body. You could just even think to yourself, thank you. And gently resting the head back down. We'll close with candlestick pose, so lifting the feet up into the sky, just letting them be nice and relaxed, knees bent. You can bring the arms up to match it. Just a gentle moment in this inversion, feeling the blood from your feet move down the body. And let the arms come down gently, palms facing up, and let the feet come down gently, toes away from each other, letting your body take up space. Taking a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. When you're ready, starting to settle in here. And I'll offer a guided body scan, a bit of a visualization. If you have to drop off at any point, that is a-okay. Just make sure you're taking a couple of minutes for yourself in this Shavasana, no matter what you do. Let the practice integrate. Feeling the body start to sink into the earth. And settle into stillness. With our awareness, move just in the mind, bringing attention to the soles of the feet. Imagine something pleasant like a feather or silk is gently rubbing against the soles of your feet. This is the sort of awareness we'll bring into this body scan. So sending that awareness to the soles of the feet and letting that sensation wrap around to the front, tops of the feet, the ankles, shins, knees, the thighs, and into the hips. Feeling your lower body relaxed and present. Bringing that same sensation of awareness to the lower back, to the lower belly, mid-back, rib cage, chest, upper back, shoulders, down the biceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Feeling the presence and growing relaxation from the shoulders all the way down. Bringing that sensation of awareness through the neck, the throat, the chin, lips, cheeks, ears, nose, eyes, eyebrows, temples, forehead, crown of the head, and the whole head. Feeling the entire body from the crown of the head to the tip of the toes, Sinking deeper into relaxation, into connection with the earth. Surrendering to the sensation of gravity. Bring that awareness into the heart space. To gentle awareness. Center of the chest. And staying focused on this space in the body. Repeating in your own mind as you inhale, I am, and as you exhale, enough. Keeping the awareness in the heart space. Once you find that rhythm, you might invite your intention in as well. In a sort of heartbeat pattern. So as you inhale, I am. Exhale, enough. Inhale, I am. Exhale, whatever your intention is. And repeat. Keeping that awareness in your heart space. Taking the last breaths to finish and releasing all mental holds, just letting your body be here. And feeling the gratitude spread out across your whole body. You can start to breathe a little deeper. Sending the breath to the fingers and toes. Brushing the thumb against the fingertips and wiggling the toes. Rolling the wrists and ankles. Letting the neck roll from side to side. When you're ready, keeping the eyes closed, taking a nice big stretch. Fingers away from toes. Hugging the knees into the chest. Letting yourself fall onto your favorite side, using your bicep as a pillow. Just take one last breath. And keeping the eyes closed as much as you can, working your way up to a seated pose. Easy, comfortable seat, bringing the palms to heart center, open, lifted chest, bowed head. Continuing to bring the sensation of gratitude towards yourself. And extending the sensation of gratitude towards all those practicing alongside us. The folks also taking this class, but also all the people that are coexisting on this planet with us. In this moment, extending out that gratitude for our shared responsibility, and our shared sense of unity. And extending that sensation of gratitude out even further. You might invite in the image of a teacher that's been dear to you, guru, extending out to nature, the mountains, trees, oceans, planets, stars, as far out as you can send the sensation of gratitude. The light within me bows to and honors the same light within each of you. Namaste.